All right, everyone. Welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Thursday, March 22nd, 2018. All right, so today we do have the moon in Taurus, as was the case the later part of yesterday. So themes around cultivating our resources. This could be our inner resources, like our sense of self-worth, but also themes around cultivating our external resources, like enjoying the simple pleasures of life and being grateful for what we do have on the material realm. So with this sort of theme with Taurus, we do have Mercury going retrograde here today for the next few weeks, and it's in Pisces. So it's been a very watery time, very much about connecting to the deeper aspects of ourself, our unconscious, and really just the ethers of life to essentially let go and find peace as best as we can. So now with Mercury retrograde, time to maybe go back and revisit some of this stuff. Maybe it's going into our unconscious mind. Maybe it's spiritual activities. Maybe it's just rethinking the whole concept of how we can bring a little bit more acceptance and live presently, perhaps. So let's look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Thursday. Again, this video is for sidereal. We're using the actual size of the constellations, which does change the signs from mainstream astrology. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to check out that link down below. All right, so the moon very well set in Taurus in the sky here for this Thursday. Themes around Taurus. Taurus is essentially about the resources of life. Again, inner resources. There could be themes about this. Really great day to cultivate our inner resources, that self-reliance, also our natural gifts and natural abilities, accessing that, but also externally as well. Again, being grateful for what we have in the material realm, and maybe even quite literally connecting to earth, and into nature and beautiful things, and even getting in touch with our sensual side too. Good meals, relaxation, things like this can be great with the moon here. All right, so we're still in the very early phase of the lunar month, which just started last weekend. So still great to move things forward subtly, but it is a lot about the more etheric aspects of life. This is the Sun, Mercury, and Venus all in Pisces at this time. So still great to be focused on, again, what we can let go of, what we can accept in our life about ourselves, in relationships, but just life in general. All right, accept the present moment, accept what is. And through this sort of spiritual liberation that Pisces provides, so to speak, this finding of peace, of tranquility in the now moment when we are accepting and we are living presently. So with Mercury retrograde now here today, excellent time now for the next few weeks through this retrograde of Pisces to go back and go into maybe the unconscious mind, right? Go back into the deeper self, the spiritual self, spiritual body, our intuition, our dreams, right? Go back and sort of rediscover, you could say, this aspect of ourself, the unconscious or the spiritual, our soul, or our beingness, right? So really good to maybe start to do this or sort of slow down and now over the next few weeks, just kind of, see how we can think about things or be receptive to things a little bit differently in that realm. And maybe if there's literal things we can do in our routine, spiritual activities, yoga, meditation, Mercury's very much about that routine. Really good to maybe go back, revisit some of that stuff as well. So that's the general energy with the retrograde. We will likely notice this bit of slowing down with the routine and slowing down with the mind. So with whatever it is we've been thinking about lately, whatever it is for you personally, now over these next 3 weeks, a time of reconsidering and rethinking those specific things. I will put down in the description each of the different houses. This will be for each of the signs out there. So if you want more specific information in terms of what you may be reconsidering or what might be good to reconsider for these next few weeks, do check the description And make sure you're watching, or make sure you check it for your sidereal sign. Okay, and that should give you a good understanding of what house this is. But collectively, it is Pisces. Collectively, it is about where we can find that peace through acceptance, through being present, and again, letting go of what's outside of our control, and anything to, you know, reconsider about this, rethink, or with our routine, redo to help facilitate this process is excellent for the next 3 weeks. All right, so that's the retrograde Mercury, the most important thing we've got today. As we get into tomorrow, we will probably start to feel this sun squaring up to Mars. I'll talk about this more in detail in the weekend forecast. But if you do feel, as the day unfolds, maybe some tension, if there's too much of that Mars energy, it's that masculine energy, if there's too much of that, practicing non-attachment to our needs, to the things we want. And if you feel like there's not enough Mars energy, if there's some things that you feel like you want to challenge yourself to take some initiative with or some action with, but it takes the intention to do that, may be good to start to integrate that as we get into the weekend. All right, but I think just attention on the needs, on the self, can help bring some balance to what is this sort of collectively challenging tension with the two fire planets of the Sun and Mars. All right, so that's the day in a nutshell. Mercury retrograde, Moon in Taurus, slowing down with the routine, slowing down with the mind, anything we've been thinking about, considering. Now time to go back and rework. Also, a really good time to do maintenance on things. You know, this is usually when, you know, during the retrogrades, usually when we want to go back and do maintenance on the things we normally use on a day-to-day basis, right? It's part of the whole reworking process. Could be our car, could be our computers, you know, going back, doing the maintenance for the things we normally take for granted on a daily basis is great with this. And then, yeah, also too, just being flexible over the next few weeks is really good, because a lot of information changes during the retrograde. New information comes to us. We're thinking about things differently, so we're changing our mind. And so it's good to have like a plan A, B, C, and D, etc. Just be as flexible as the new information arises. We can adapt and pivot where necessary. All right, so Mercury retrograde, and yep, today the Moon in Taurus. Themes around resources, enjoying the simple pleasures of life, being grateful for what we have, and all in all, just taking things slowly and steadily. All right, so a fantastic day, everyone. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out that planner if you haven't yet. 2018 Sidereal Astrology Planner, 20% off. There's a link below for that. Be sure to hit the like button, and I will see you all tomorrow for the weekend forecast.